So we now come to the self evaluation of your competences and competencies. And on the screen here, you can see a document which you are also able to download and work with, and that's what you will be asked to do. Now, on the first page, self-assessment of competence, you can see that there's many rows, um, actually about 62, and they define very narrow competences on which is based this training program. In fact, we have shown the correspondence to the modules of the program. So for example, here at the start, you have 3 competences only, and they relate to module 1, which is the module you're in now, and which in a sense is an introductory module. But you can see that other modules, there are many more task-based competences, about 14 in module 2, and so on. Now, what you're asked to do is to download this document, and on this first sheet, self-assessment of competence, you're asked to give your own self-assessment of where you are with regard to the particular competence. For example, can you identify and describe the key competences required of a ROM expert? Now, basically, you score yourself with a number. It's 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 means that you consider you're not adequately competent. You can't do it at all. 2, you're reasonably competent, but could be better. There are issues to address. And 3, you are confident that you are fully competent. You can see really no scope for improvement. So you simply put in the number, and then you're asked to, if you can, indicate where you see yourself as deficient, and then what it is you propose to do to improve your deficiency. Now, for this first sheet, in most cases, will be to follow this particular program, but there may be particular parts of it more than what we have indicated which you think are relevant. You can put that in as well. This you're asked to do. It will not take too long. It is pretty clear what we're talking about, and I just bring to your attention in particular what we call this set of competences related to deepening my expertise to ensure quality, because here in the end you will not be asked in the end to follow all the training inputs related to all of these. Rather, you're going to be asked to concentrate on a small number of these. So we'd ask you in particular here to select out 3 competences where you really do see need for you to improve. Okay? Now, you're asked to do that now as part of this first module, and you will be asked again to revisit it later at the end of the program, and here you see on the other side of this blue column, and you'll be asked to score yourself at that point and indicate any actions you did take, including what you've done in this course, but there may be some others. Now, when you do this, you're still not finished, because we're going to then ask you to go to the next page, which is called Self-Assessment of Competency. And here we have 17 competencies which were already contained in the ROM Field Guide of 2017, and which, of course, being competencies, are much broader and provide simply indicators of what the particular requirement in the job is. Now, you're asked equally to do exactly the same with regard to the job requirement of each of these competencies. What I will say is, however, that you cannot expect that this training program will give you what is required to be effective in all of these. Some of these go beyond what is within this program, and therefore in this particular self-assessment, then obviously you score again, but you should also indicate where what deficiency you have, and then equally indicate where you think and how you think you can overcome those deficiencies. And especially here, it may well mean that there are things you have to do in addition to this course. That could be something you can read, or a discussion you're going to have with a colleague, but some practical, not very time-consuming effort that you can make to try to improve deficiencies here. And again, you're asked to fill this out, and again, at the end of the program, you'll be asked to score yourself, and you'll be asked to indicate the actions that you have taken. Now, you can download the document. You take your time, you fill it out, you can discuss it with your colleagues, that's all up to you, but you will be asked in the end to submit this to your coach and to the program facilitator. And on that basis, there may be some discussion with the coach, and of course, there will be some discussion definitely at the end after you fill it out again, after the end of the program. So good luck. It's an important exercise and gives you the chance just to reflect on where you see the possibility of improvement for yourself, and especially then how you feel you can use this training program to improve your competence. Some parts of this program may be for some of you absolutely self-evident and you'll breeze through it. But for others and for other parts, much greater effort will be required. And in this exercise, you've obviously got the chance then to indicate that very clearly, and then to concentrate your resources as required. But of course, you must do the entire training program.